ulti.TV.
All right, welcome to game number 2 of the SuperMixed tournament. Thanks for John Foley for taking over on the camera. Just a quick note that we started the game clock at time on for the game, which was 4 minutes 30 ago. We're still sort of sitting around waiting for it. Joined by Phil Shield in commentary. Who's going to win, Phil?
Red and White's going to be a close one, always will be, I think, at this level. I'm going to put White. I think the man to the far end of the screen, if we're looking at the moment, will probably be one of the people to look out for.
One Joel Pillar. We'll have more to say about him later. Sam Kayan with the pull. Goes up, floating down. Johnny picks up the disc, throws to that man, Joel Pillar. Little flick out to Jolene. Joel outside in. Sam Kayan with the intercept. First turnover of the game goes to one Jay Pillar. Tim with the disc, puts it out deep to Elsa. Hops it in for the goal. That's not according to Stripped. Red 1-0.
Nice pull there from Baddix. Going up receive. Johnny will take it right on the front of the goal line. Off to Joel again, which is the start. It's their game plan at the moment. Off to Jolene. This game plan seems to be their natural one. Looking for Joel. Looks him off, but he gets free of Baddix. Very nice pass. Does the flick this time. That's going long. Johnny should have that to even up the score 1-0. Well done.
Right, there is that man, Joel Pillar, representing Australia at the World Games, and Joel Pillar's gloves. Japan Ultimate gloves that have come all the way from Japan to Germany via Greece. I think it came through Turkey as well. Foley to Diana. Back to Foley, swings out to Drew. Slightly sore. Hammy puts up the flick. Also, it's floating, not floating enough. And that's a turnover, but a lot of field position. Right, Joel, the glove Pillar, walking to the disc. I wonder how much of it's him and how much of it's the glove. Flicks it out to Mike. Good to see him selected. Just a little bit too far. Glove's not working for Joel. Baddix with the disc. Opportunity to consolidate here. Flicks it out. Goal to Danny. We're up 2-1 early in the game.
Got Baddix with the pull here. Scoring side to the right of screen. It's not too bad a pull. Gets a bit of distance, just short of the goal line this time. This is their play at the beginning at the moment, and that is Johnny receives straight off to Joel. Joel put it downfield to someone. Jolene's had the first two, but this time Nick Dukovic, the Duke, gets it. Now Jolene's in the play. Marked up by Danny. There's nice big arms there. She's making sure she's got the flick on. That's going downfield. Huddy's got that at the moment. Huddy back to Joel. Could be a play here. Wants Nick, gets Nick on the swing. Jimmy's a fair way off, doesn't put a strong mark on. It's back to Heidi. Heidi's getting away from Di at the moment. And Joel's shredding Baddix at the moment. And if that's a bit of a lay, not quite there from young Ashley. Pity about that. She had her both hands to that. Di picks up the disc. Throws straight away to Jimmy. Plays off. It's on. No, it's not. Coming back to Jimmy. He wants it long. He'll put it long. It's floating really nicely. There should be an easy pick up here. No, just stumbles at the last. Really wants it though. Nice diving effort. So Joel walks down to pick up the disc. Wants to take a bit of control of this game, I think. Like I said before, scoring side is now to the right of the screen, but they've got to work it all the way upfield. John does that. He's put it a bit floaty. It's going to angle back in towards the field. It's going to be a bit ugly, but that's a beautiful reach by Nick. There's a call on the play, though. He thinks it's gone over. From my perspective, you'd have to look on the replay. It didn't look bad. I thought it was fairly clean, actually, but obviously they're in the thick of things and they can feel things that we can't. So after a short discussion there, that disc went back to the last throw, which is Johnny. Tim's on him, backward cap, nice fluoro matching shorts as well there. That's good. That goes back to Joel. Joel's gloves save him. That's really good to see. He puts a high one up. It's still floating. Di could get there, but doesn't quite milk it all the way. Can't really. Wants to look for the honey pass. Di puts a hand in the way. There's not a call on that one, so that's a good D by Di. That's off to Ben. Ben's looking again for it. It's got a nice pivot foot action there going at the moment. Throws it off, gets it back, the old 1-2. Tim gets it now. He'll want to put it long. Doesn't quite. Jimmy was going but didn't get it quite. And another bad drop there by Danny, unfortunately. Hopefully that won't ruin her confidence. Joel picks it up. There's going to be a bit of quick action back and forth here at the moment. The conditions are actually quite good. No rain, no real wet grass as such. It's nice and cool. Sun's coming out, as you can see. So all good for Ultimate here. That's a beautiful swing by Jay. And a hammer going up there. Can't quite read it. Drops in front of her. I think if she really wanted it, could have dived for it, but opted not to in the end.
Back in, Di with the disc. Straight to the ground.
Joel walking to the disc, picking it back up. It's interesting to see the height mismatch there that Baddocks and Joel have. Not too sure what Ben almost got the intercept. Sorry about that. Too much going on here. It's good to look, and that's a straight one. Is there going to be a call on that? Because Jimmy did have position, but obviously did affect the catch. So I'd actually say that was a drop personally, but obviously Johnny can call it the way he sees it. White with the disc, and the force is home by Red. Di's got a good mark on there. Joel wants it as usual. The gloves don't work. He doesn't even bother laying out for that one.
All right, red team with the disc. John Foley picks it up, establishes pivot foot inbounds, swings it out to Di, outside to Danny. Makes sure of the catch. James Connor. Back to Danny. James Connor going down the line. Oh, nice block there. Jolene, get a hand on the disc.
Got a swap up here now. Baddocks is on Jay and Ben's on Joel, which is good to see. I think that matchup will work better for Red, but we're still yet to see how that will go in the final outlay of things. Johnny does the hammer over. This time Joel stumbles in an attempt to go for the disc, but doesn't quite get there.
John Foley marks by the glove. Sorry, John Foley's on the camera. That's Ben Foley out there. Thanks for that, John. Flicks it up. Tim Davis looking to take it down the line. Nice catch. Danny going to the end zone. Out in front. Danny in the backfield. Oh, the disc just dies, unfortunately.
Changed it back. Baddocks now back on Joel. Ben's up on Jay. Both teams looking for a mismatch that's going to go there. Jay's calling for it. I think he's going to have to look for Joel. He will look for Joel. Foul called on that one. Not too sure who called the foul, where or why, but it's still with Jay at the moment, and the disc will probably come back on stalling 6. Joel easy getting away from Baddocks there. That's something they really need to stop. That's a nice throw. Michaela's trying to run that one down, but Heidi's got that easy in the goal for White, and that's the scoring end.
Right, the glove with the disc. Sounds like a superhero name. Certainly a man with superhuman ability when it comes to Ultimate. Inside out backhand. Nice air time, Les. Just down on the line, Sam Kane under it. Drew straight away. Drew puts out a big flick in front. Andy Baddocks has got the read. Mike with the D. Oh, Mike sucking him under the flight of the disc there, and he couldn't get back quick enough to get it. Made a bit of a meal of that, Phil.
Absolutely did that. I think Baddocks was just put off by Mike on his back. So Red looking to mark up every play on Joel, seeing if they can stop his great throws on the flick side. I don't know what's going to happen here. There it goes up to Mike. Mike will dish it back. He'll look long. Drew is injured at the moment with a hamstring at the moment. Mel T gets in the action, that's good to see. Danny marking up on her. Back to Joel. As I said, Joel's going to be the mainstay of this team. Yeah, nice comment there by my co-commentator that maybe a straight up on Joel would work well. Sam reads that very well. Nick not quite fast.
Right, back to Drew. Joel, the glove, plucks it out of the air. Flicks it out. Mike in the corner. Golski. Put it down to all the glove. All the glove. And that is 3-2. Quite slow scoring in this game, but we'll get there. Right, the glove. Big backhand. Lovely pull style there. Little back heel toe on the way through. Just getting that extra metre. Drew with the disc. Puts it out to Dyer. Sam Kayon with the disc. Puts it out in front of Elsa. Can she read it? Closing speed, great grab there, under pressure. That evens it up 3-all.
Change of puller for Red. We've got Sammy pulling at the moment, taking off the duties from Baddocks. Look, what I really loved about that previous point was, first of all, Sammy's put was really good, floated very nicely for Elsa. She ran that down, but what I loved in the D was Heidi's last effort. Her closing speed was really good. She made the effort to get the D to put Elsa off, and also I love the fact that it didn't actually put Elsa off and she was able to take a nice solid grab. So a lot of good things to look for from both of these teams. It's really good to see. Still waiting for the pull to go up. Sammy's putting his hand up, but White not quite ready. There goes glove in the air, as Mike loves to say. That's going to be caught just behind the line at the moment. Johnny to Joel, that's the usual play we've seen going on. Coming back to Nick, we've seen that as well. Now what's going to happen, this is the bit which we're looking out for. Back to Joel. Joel's going to be their main play go. It's probably going to be a lot of give-go gets to Joel, I'm guessing, which is pretty standard stuff. Jimmy's in there. He could get that. He gets enough of a hand in there to put Nick off. Nick, I think, had a little finger to that. And it's going to be a pick-up by Red.
Well, Michaela just bouncing up after being flattened. That's great to see. Dyer walks to the disc. Dyer brings it in. Just a little tap of the disc on the floor. That's Baddocks. Joel quickly closes on the mark. Ooh, a straddle call. Good call. Baddocks picks it out. Elsa. Big slip there. Nice. Out to Tim. Make Johnny run around. That in front of Sam Kayon's got a good read and the closing speed. And the concentration to catch it. Either called a timeout or he's just dropped the disc on the ground. I think he called a timeout. Okay, we saw this in the last game, I think. Looking for the little backhand dishy, although that was the black team, but could be looking for the same thing. Sam Kayon with the disc. Joel poaching off dangerously, so Baddocks is poached at the moment, so that should theoretically stop the first play that they've made. That's Baddocks on the poach. Oh, it's Elsa in the corner, couldn't handle it. Bit of a bobble there.
Joel with a call of no huck from Baddocks, puts the mark on straight away, stops him from doing that huck, off to Mel T. Nice grab. They're still on their own goal line at the moment, defensive goal line that is. Joel want to put it a bit further away, I think. Looks for Jay. Jay makes a nice cut in, gets off his man. Sammy puts that mark on. There's nothing coming. I think everyone's expecting Joel to do something. It's not good enough. Nick's up there. Jimmy's on his 6. Again, interesting mark. Looking for Joel. Looks him off. Joel's got, that's a nice pass from Nick off to the swing side. Back to Joel. Feature of my commentary will be back to Joel, I think. And Justin, I think. Yeah, that's a nice call. Nice, well done. Joel with the pull. I really like that style, the height that he gets and the float that comes back down. Drew picks it up with a bit of sun in his eyes, actually. Sammy's looking for something, not getting much at the moment. That's a beautiful break back to Drew. Tim comes in, wants it. White's putting on a zone at the moment. It's a pretty standard zone. I think it's a pommy at the moment. Joel's on the wing. Needs to stop that swing back to the middle. Maybe a bit of inexperience showing there in this zone, but I think they're just trying something new so that Red don't always have free flow and know what's going to come. So it's a bit of a in-the-head type of zone they're putting on at the moment. I don't expect it to stay for very long. Ben will break that one, I think, pretty easily back to Drew, and he does, and they'll be swung over to Sammy. Sammy's looking for it. Not quite the best throw. Sammy picks it up. Looks for Ben for the hammer, who's asking for it. Ben gets that. It's respected there. He's not probably going to get it down that far side with Joel there. Even though Danny's behind, I think both ladies playing it deep. They're looking to play it through the middle, I think, here with Tim, Sammy, Di, Drew, Ben. And they'll work it in slowly, I think, and that's probably a very good play on this zone. I think there's no need to do anything rush. There's no need to go for any hammers into back corners or anything like that. Walk it through right up to the front of their end zone. Something will develop and make itself clear. Bit of a scuba there. Makes it easy. Tim wanting that in the back corner, doesn't quite get it. I wasn't too sure if there's a straddle or not. I don't think there is. I think Drew had his foot down. Beautiful goal to Red.
Maddox with the pull. Lets it rip. Shows a lot of the edge. Bit of rolling on the ground. Always nice to roll the disc on the ground when it's a bit greasy. Put a bit of grass in the rim. A bit of moisture. That wouldn't affect the glove, obviously. Heidi with the disc. The glove. Johnny, crossfield Heidi, nice cut. It's not Heidi, so it was Danny through to Heidi. Now it's Johnny, out to Joel Pillar, with the glove. Looking for the dump to Johnny. Joel in a very disciplined mindset. As soon as the high story looks for the dump. Johnny. Glove, surveying the end zone, little lead out into Johnny over the top of Jimmy. Oh, he's come up short. Bit of a possibly. Oh no, Johnny stepped on his toe. That doesn't tickle. We'll count it for White. Don't think that would have affected the call.
That's a nice pull from Joel again. Never get tired of saying that. A lot of airtime on that. Gives the defence a lot of time to get back. Joel actually made that pull and gets down before the first throw as well. That shows how good a pull that one was. And that one's going inside out a bit. Baddock should have that and doesn't quite get enough of a first hand and really doesn't get much of a second hand on that. Probably should have. Got more to that. Joel's walking to the disc, directing traffic as usual.
Glove, Drew, the beard, showdown. We're impressed with Drew still having the pants on. It's the sun came out, it'll be quite warm under those. Back to Johnny, LT. Flick out on the outside. Should have probably taken the short option to Mike, but took a stretch option and paid the price. Foley was all there for the laying out. Didn't want to meet the grass.
So the grass came and met the disc. It's the way it sometimes happens in ultimate. Beard v glove. That's what we want to look like. And goes to the break. Drew saw it. Out faked him basically to the end zone, and that would be Heidi with the grab.
The glove with another beautiful pull. Look at the airtime there. And a bit of opportunity to pick up some grass with the roll there. Drew with the disc. Joel approaches. The beard glove battle continues. Di with a throw to Tim. I guess that's Furo versus Johnny. Out to Drew, puts that in front for Baddock. He's going to have to go. Oh, glory beckon, but as Phil said before, the grass came to meet the disc. That one certainly would have gone viral on YouTube.
No guts, no glory in this game. If you don't want to make your effort to get that goal, then chances are you're not going to get it anyway. But that was a good bid by Tim there, going for the Callahan. That's what we love to see here, just people really putting their heart and everything else on the line. Then we've got a call of a strip there on that one. There's probably an agreement there as well. Let's hope that Heidi doesn't look too much for Joel straight away. I think she should look upfield a bit more, put some trust in herself and her teammates. That's nicely put up. The direction of that throw not necessarily as good. Tim straight to Di looking for way back to Elsa. She gets that score, not put off by Joel. Excellent crack.
Right, Baddocks with the disc there. Just overheard on the line there. Who wants a shot on Joel? Let's see who took up that challenge. Looks like Jimmy's heading over to Joel. So this is the buff versus the glove, I guess. Joel does the flick. Oh, just out in front of Jolene there. A little bit too much from the glove.
Yeah, I thought Joel's flick wasn't too bad there. Just wasn't read off the glove quick enough by Jolene. Maybe trying to fake under, but that was a bit of a bad throwaway just then. So that's going to be a quick, easy turnover. Again, Joel directing traffic, letting people know where they should be setting up so that the easy score can be had. There'll be a break on here. It doesn't quite get his feet in, or does he? I think. Yeah, Tim's calling it in. Well done.
The glove with the pull again. Nice bit of airtime. Deep in the end zone to Drew. Takes the disc high. Sam Kayon just out in front and a turn straight away. That's all the glove and the pull there. Joel sorts down to the disc. Picks up Andy Baddocks on the mark. Breakthrough to Heidi. Looked like a goal. That's 8-5 White starting to pull away from the score.
Hey Joel with the pull and the huck. Not really much of an offside there, so that's good to see from the White team following the rules there. Catching it just behind the line. Drew puts it off to Sammy, puts it off to Di. Quick swing, probably almost on the broken side, but Elsa gets that. Bit of a run in, says hello, it's okay, and Baddocks walks in. Honey pass indeed, well done. So it's just coming back for a foul there on Elsa and Jolene, I think. Sammy calls for it, gets it from Elsa. Jimmy's clear in the middle. Elsa comes back. She's handling at the moment. Jolene puts a fairly loose mark on, closes in now, still can't get up. Jay's on Sammy. It's a nice catch up by Michaela. Not quite the best throw in my opinion, but still gets it off. Drew with a really high loopy one. Nick wants it and just does enough, I think. I think the highness of that really put everyone off, including the receiver, Elsa there. So White back with a disc.
Joel with the disc, puts up a massive flick. Drew with the read. $5 on Drew. Oh. This little back off. Tantalising. I'm always tempted with those sort of ones to bite them up and then run for the one underneath.
Tony walking the disc back up to the line, puts it off to Drew straight away. Bit of a mismatch there, I believe, with Drew and Mike at the moment, just in those sorts of terms. Drew's obviously a lot more experience and field awareness. Puts that, it's a lovely long disc up. That'll float very nicely. Should take that, no problem. Score another score to red.
Right, the other beard on the field, Baddocks. Massive heave into that pull. Really needs to learn how to do inside-out pulls. You get much more air time and float. Baddocks, if you're watching at home. Inside out, mate. That's the way to do it.
That's it, now move in.
And stay on side.
Take him out.
Details.
Alright, now move in.
Johnny gets it back to Joel.
Right in.
Johnny picks it up on the stretch. To Joel. Nick in the middle. And in front, nice pick up. Joel, the glove with the disc. Little outside in, tricky one. And that's good cover back by Tim there to stop a certain goal. Joel with the disc. Still maybe a certain goal. Little flick over to Johnny. Calls of tackling from the sideline. Push pass. And score to that. So, half time, 9-6.
So a new lineup for White, this time without Joel starting. Johnny takes the pull, 1 foot over the line for the pull, not quite regulation, but we'll forgive him this one. Sammy with a nice catch there off to Drew, 2 solid handlers. Di makes a nice cut in, just covered nicely by Heidi. There's a bit of a touch in the middle there. Baddocks fell over. Don't know whether that's par for the course for him or whether it's just something that happened because of someone bumping into him. Anyway, disc is tapped back in after that slight stoppage and still not happy, so Tim raises his hand, something's going on there, maybe not quite ready. So this time they'll tap it in, make sure everyone's happy about it. Now it's back in. Baddocks makes that break on his marker, on his defensive marker, calls the straddle again. Baddocks always hot on that sort of topic of conversation, i.e. straddle. Breaks throw all around. It's coming over to the other side. Tim's way free, but Jay had the mark quite easily, I think, on that one. Ashley wasn't able, Danny wasn't quite able to read that one, unfortunately.
Right, LT bringing up the disc. Danny on the mark. Get a hand block, Callahan no doubt. Tim's looking for the Callahan. He wants one bad. He wants one on the camera. He wants to watch it back in slow motion. Jay picks up the disc. Nice rolling grab, very Jay-like. LT with this, puts it up deep. Heidi's there with the read, going out of bounds, off the fingers, and to the turf. And everybody stopped. There's talk of foul. Back, maybe. Seems like it's contested after not much discussion, but that's what's going on. Right, they're just coming back in with Mel T. Danny on the mark again. Tim's on his toes, big float, Baddocks. Don't call that Baddocks. Alright, they can both look at the replay and sort their one out afterwards. We won't say much about it. Hard to argue when you don't have the disc in your hand though. Right, back in. LT swinging across to Johnny, flicks it out. Back to Johnny. Tim's looking really fired up. He wants a point block or something. On his toes, flicks it out. Heidi with the disc. LT toes the line for the score. And White score, making it 10-6. Long way back from red now.
Yeah, another nice high pull, floats it down. Drew catch, buff to Sammy. Maybe back, who knows. Oh, Sammy bobbles it. Michaela wants it short, looks her off for the long option. Wish they'd look a bit shorter sometimes and try and work it up first of all. Joel throws it up. This is a nice field gain getter to Jolene. She's making a good impact on this match, I feel, Jolene. Joel out fakes. Oh, Drew's in there. Reads the play well. Joel can't do anything about that. Drew's just way too close and much more quick and savvy about the play that was going on there.
Right, Red need to score to stay in touch. Big point. Sam Kaon flicks it out again. Johnny sees it out of bounds. Oh, Tim slipped over on the run again. Maybe Tim needs to move to the screw-ins. He's certainly not having much luck. He's got screw-ins on. Maybe he should try getting some coordination. Lighter colour fluoro would help him not slip over so much. The brown stains just show up too much. And the dirt's hard to wash out as well. Joel with the disc. Looking to wind up, big backhand out front nicely to Sam K closing. Oh, just didn't quite read it up the back. Puts the hand up and says, oh, I'm sorry.
No backhand, no backhand.
Sam K with the disc, flicks it out. Drew. A lot of space to wave his arms. Maddox. Jay recovers nicely, close on D now. Maddox. Little flick out. Joe makes Sam stretch, fix it, backhands it out to Di. Back to Sam, knocking on the door of the end zone. Once again, this is a pretty important point for Red. Oh, a little flicky backhand out for Sam, makes the ground, he's a fast one. Fix it out. Oh, Heidi comes through with the D. Just couldn't quite, was on immediately, but he couldn't quite wind up the throw as quick as he could. And the glove makes its way to the disc.
Maddox taking it upon himself to make sure that Joel's staying out of the play. Tries to read it as well. Drew gets that for the Callahan. I think it's the first one we've seen this game. Well done, Drew.
Oh, what a great Callahan there by Drew. What a legend. Number 14. Pants on and all, takes the Callahan. Foley with the big backhand. Big Drew, the beard, watches on from the sideline. Johnny to the glove. Makes it much more interesting now at 10-7.
Rickside. Maddox, looking up in the middle.
For John. That's an LT. Call ages ago. Right on Joel's throw, so it's a continuation. Good to see. Everyone looks around, makes sure they're in position. LT surveys the options and the disc is in. IT. Oh, James Connor a whisker away from that one. Good patience, Mike. Looked off the forehand, back to the glove. Back out of the end zone. Great goal. John Foley, opportunity for the layout there. Needs to get back acquainted with the grass.
Lovely backhand call by Joel there, going up in the air nice and high, trying to track that on ulti.TV cam. Drew gets up nice and early, throws it to Sammy. Sammy's looking up the field, goes to Di. Di catches a nice easy one. There must be a pick on that play. She's all free, no one near her. It's up the extra ground, Sammy taps it in. Come out to Michaela, she should have that. Nice grab there. Not so nice on the throw, needs to steady herself a little bit before she does those throws, I think. Drew with nice balance there. Mike on him, so there's going to be a bit of a mismatch there. I feel Drew will get free most times there. Jimmy's got the disc. Joel's got his big hands there. Has to go to the dump option back to Sammy. Joel staying close to Jimmy, but no one's on Michaela at the moment. Joel leans her mark. So makes a good give and go. Nick trying to catch up, doesn't quite make it there either. Drew's going to come back, it's going to go way back, then out fakes Mike, as I said. But Johnny reads that play really nicely there.
That's the problem when you don't have, you've only got one dump. When they go down the line, you know you can go for it. Hits the deck. Nice tee. That's Michaela.
Same order.
Sam wanders through this, picks it up. Nick Duke back on the mark. Going deep, shimmies, comes under. That's a really good matchup, Heidi and Di. front. Nice grab by James Conner, marked by Joel. Little, oh, that's a hot flick to Foley.
Foley on Johnny, on Johnny.
That's going down. Johnny with the disc, flicks back to the glove. Big air bounce break. Heidi in the end zone, goal. 12-7, about 12 minutes to go in the game.
Joel puts his hand up. That's a nice pull. Both feet behind the line on the pull there. Drew to Sammy is our number 1 start, but Mike Cood making good ground there to really hold that one up a little bit. And they're stuck at the moment on the line, so Sammy will want to get something deep, I think. And that's off to Baddocks. Baddocks might have a bit of a look. Joel's all over that, reads that. Mike Cood's in there as well. Is there a call? No, there isn't. Yes, there is. The call is straddle. It's coming on 0. Sammy gets that. Jay's on the mark there. Puts big hands up. Drew wants that. Nice swing to Andy Baddocks there. Asa comes in, she's covered. Di comes in, she's covered. Sammy's there. Tim will probably get this, I'm guessing. And he's got a nice break on Nick there at the moment. Could look for it long. It's nice disc there to the end zone. Red are slowly making gains back. It's good to see. We're going to make a match of this.
Sam Cowan with the pull. Feels welcome in the commentary booth any time. Has brought us some strawberries. We're on special at Coles for $4. Prices are down. But you really should go to your local IGA. Baddocks nice. Just doesn't quite read those little dump jinks. Joel sort of sells him up the line every time and he goes, and then Joel gets the dump backwards. Jay puts it out in front. That's a great leading pass to Nick. Jolene throws to Ash. And a drop. Ash reaching out right finally. He's actually on the sideline. It's the headbands that make it difficult. Headband and the ponytail, yeah. Sam Cowan puts it down. His forehands are out of sorts. They're just not going flat, just moving over. See a bit more inside out on those babies.
Yeah. Okay, 7 minutes till time, Cat. Joel wants to give and go. Nick gets it. Out fakes. Jukes. Baddocks again. Ash gets that nice break dump throw. Off to Melty. Back to Joel. He'll be looking long. Not going to get that one. Jay's coming in. Jay gets that disc. Sammy's not on him at the moment. Comes up and everyone's in there. Will she call a foul? She's injured at the moment. That's not good to see. Just stay tuned. We'll see what happens on that one. I think Ash is just rubbing stuff.
Right, and the disc is called in. It looks like that is a turnover. Tim did get the disc there, so incidental contact. That wasn't dangerous or affecting the play. So good to see that. Terrible to see calls just because people get hit doesn't necessarily mean it's a foul. Taylor with the disc. It's James Conner. Surveys the field with authority. Loads up the forehand. Flicks it out to Danny. Out to Baddocks. James Conner to the end zone. Big flat flick. Picked off by Tim. That probably would have got to James in the corner of the end zone, but Tim intercepted. Little flick back to Baddocks. Taylor's in the middle. Flick out. Tim's on his bike. Too far. Just, it's a shame to see that when there's other options that are safer than that.
Camel pack? Yeah. We got good feet, Nick. Let's go, Baddocks.
Joel bring it back to the corner, taps it. Might be a timeout there, I think. Just settling everyone down. So it's quite a long time out, which you wouldn't have noticed at home in Homeland, but here Probably went for about 5, 6, 7 minutes, I reckon, quite easily. So Joel's got the disc back in the corner. He's called something. I think there's a bit of an ISO play going on, with the two on the near side are going to stay out of it at the very least. So we've got looking for Nick Djukovic and the Duchess as well. And there she goes, as expected. It goes straight back to Joel with a huck going long. That's going to fall way short. Oh, Nick almost gets his hands on that. Tim decided to bail out. Jimmy didn't quite get there. Nick actually read it the best, so that was good. Sammy picks up the disc from that huck. A couple of short plays would go well here, just to work it up the field, give them some confidence. Michaela tries to break free, doesn't quite make that either. Sammy gets the dump, a few metres back, and that's straight into the ground. He will not be pleased with that at all. Joel walking to the disc, Baddocks on the mark, forcing flick, does a break side throw. Jimmy should get that fairly easy. Bit of a collision there, nothing untoward from either person, although Jimmy's on the ground for a bit of time. Gives Sammy the high five, and Jay and everyone around him are all happy families here. Sammy does that inside out loopy one. I think Elsa did the right thing to put her hands out in front, but didn't quite get the grab onto that. Joel's got the disc and is waiting a long time for any good cut. Mel T makes that cut for him, calls for it as well, so he sees her. Mel T ends up with it. Nick slips over. Jimmy makes a nice bid, and that's a trademark Jimmy bid. He's got a good closing speed and the will, drive and desire to get that disc as well. Tim's all over that one. Probably should have taken a bit more cleanly, but we'll forgive him because he got the D anyway. Sammy walks the disc back up to the line looking for some undercuts. Michaela makes that cut. Good to see some of her cuts being honoured at last. She's making a lot of good cuts there, just not being seen as a short option, because I think a lot of the throwers really like the long options. They want to score quickly here. Baddocks will look for a straddle call. Joel's onto that, and he's aware of that these days at the moment. So Joel's coming around a bit more, gets hands there, and Tim still comes up with it, even though 3 white players are in the way there. That's not good defence, I think. And is there going to be a call of a strip there? She was running through, probably no contest option there, I think. And so Tim will get that disc back. Fluoro, nice colours to see with the red. Number 31 with the disc. This is coming in on stalling 4. Joel wants to make sure there's no dump coming off. Michaela does another good undercut. As I think there's a stall count, maybe, possibly, and contested, I'm guessing. Contested stall is what's going on, so this will come in stalling 9 or 8, I think. You read the rules up on www.wfdf.com. Over to Jimmy. That's floating a bit. Just floated away too far. Tim holds his hat, thinking, oh my God, what could have been? We've seen Joel bring this disco in this corner before, except last time it was a host stack, this time it's a vert stack. There's a nice fake in and out. Now, is it Jolene? I think's got that fake. Yes, lovely. Off to Mel T. They make a great connection, those two. They know each other's moves, I think, pretty well. Nick calls for it, but Jimmy again on Nick's 6. Baddocks put a bit of pressure on that one for Joel. He puts it up long and strong, but I think Tim is really going to be all over. That's not really going to be fair for Heidi at the moment. Sammy walking back to the disc. Jay on the mark. Looking for Timmy almost as an ISO option. Michaela's another good undercut. Baddocks gets the disc. Joel's poaching a bit away. It looks like Baddocks' foot's actually on the line when he made that. We're going to look at that on the replay. That's backed up. Timmy's going to get that. I'll call that a Callahan. That's okay. This is why, kiddies at home, you really got to catch those Ds. I think it might have been on my call on Baddocks with his foot on the line when he threw it. Okay, Baddocks taps it in, tries it for take 2. And that one didn't come in at all, so that should be taken way down the end there. Joel with the disc where it came out of bounds. Maddox won't be happy with the fact that his second attempt didn't actually come in. We've got a few players all over that, but that's a beautiful grab there by Heidi. Lovely work there, nice hammer. Red will want to fiercely contest this disc now. They're not in the driver's seat. They never really have been in this match, but they'll want to be trying to get there, I think, to close out the game, to at least give them some hope, especially going into the next match that they've got to play. Pick has been called. Everything slows down. Maddox taps the disc back in. Roll the disc is in Joel's gloved hand. Still on the goal line at the moment. Looking for options. Johnny's there. They'll be thrown to him. Looking for Joel. Quiet commentary. Jay's in there. They'll be thrown to Jay. Jay doesn't want to bar Joel at this point in time. He thinks he can do something more himself. They're shredding them in the middle here. Bit cold. This tap back in Heidi's hand. Maddox really unhappy. Says, "Oh, come on." I think he should have been on Joel. Easy goal. White closing out. Call it now. Are you going to call it? You want me to? Is it time cap or isn't it?
Alright, Joel with another beautiful pull. Maddox should take note of these. Look at that hang time from the inside out. Volley, disc. Oh, Tom coming through, close to the Callahan. That's a great D. Just closing speed. He just wanted it, didn't he? Right, Joel, the glove with the disc. Oh, little inside out. Goal, Johnny. 16-8. Alright, we're looking forward to another beautiful Joel Pillar, the glove pull. Look at that form. It's beautiful hang time, floating up in the breeze, a couple of metres back in the end zone. Drew flicks out to die. Out to Maddox. Foley's free on the flick. Joel shuts it down real quick, but it's really good play. Die with the disc. Drew. Foley. Gino to the end. Big flick goes out.
It's yours, Heidi. Yours, Heidi.
Second time, Elsa takes it in front of Heidi. It's the second time I thought Heidi would have it, and Elsa's come up with it. Great reading of the disc, and that is 16-9.
Just an update. Black looking like they just want to get match against yellow. And red still playing to stay in this game here. Sun playing a big part in that catch there as it bounced in. Apologies, bounced out. Taken to the brick mark. Joel wants something long. Still managed to put it off. Jumps it in, and that closes the game out. Game wins White 17-9. Look forward to seeing you again.